Isaac Primetime Moreno, fresh off of another victory at Fury FC. Obviously, I mean, you've done a lot of fight talking. We kind of know a bit about Isaac the fighter, but I saw on Instagram you've got a baby on the way soon. So, I
Yeah.
mean, how's that been preparing for that?
I mean, it's a different pace. So, um, I mean, it's been nice. It's been cool seeing the changes in my fiance, and um, that was her right now. Uh, yeah. So it's been cool seeing the changes in her and watching our baby grow. So it's cool. We're ready and excited to meet Achilles. So
Yeah, that's super awesome. Now, obviously, you're a hot prospect, undefeated. You've knocked out a couple vets. As far as how you schedule your fights, I've been looking back at your opponents and even some like fights that fizzled out. Um, you don't like it doesn't seem like you're trying to strategically move around. You just seem to be taking whatever fight is in front of you, which is
yeah.
interesting to see from a young prospect because sometimes guys will kind of pick around, but you just take whoever. What goes into that philosophy?
I mean, we're better than everyone. So my coaches and I believe that I should be the welterweight champ of the world. So um, we can fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. Um, and yeah, that's the faith that we walk in with, and God allows us to do that. So it's uh, it's not cherry picking over here.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I know a lot of preparation goes into that. I know you said in previous interviews you were doing martial arts since you were 3. That's correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, since
So
I
I kind of I kind of want to know the timeline. So I know obviously your parents opened a gym. So you were doing kickboxing and karate tournaments and fights with your parents' gym pretty much growing up, correct?
yeah. Well, I started out with a local gym here, and then my dad was really dove into it, and he's like, "It's this is what you're gonna be good at," and so we doubled down on karate, and I became multiple time state champ. Then we went into the world circuit, won on that, and then we started dabbling in kickboxing, and I mean, it took off from there. This is all I've known. So
Mm.
I opened up my first gym when I was 14 here in Los Fresnos, and I was teaching grown men. I was training. It was cool. Um, Unfortunately, we closed down about 2 years later just because I wanted to play football, and I mean, here in
Texas.
Texas, yeah, here in Texas, it's football. So uh,
Yeah.
I played that. And was really pursuing that for a little bit just because of I feel like I got burnt out from karate and from martial arts, um, and still found my way back to it. I left to Houston. I tried to walk on at U of H, and I was like, man, you know what? School is not for me. Uh, I started fighting at Gracie Baja, uh, Katie, with Professor Mango and Coach Pena and Professor Alex, and yeah, they really started off my career. Um, I got my first amateur fight done out there, and then I moved back to the valley, and then started up camp with my uncle, and I mean the rest is history.
So it was interesting you mentioned because I've watched all of your other interviews, at least the ones that are available, and I don't think you mentioned playing football in them. So I'm glad to hear that aspect because obviously I know it's big in Texas. But can you talk to me a little bit about playing? Like, what position did you play when you played?
I was a running back, so I was about 205, 210. Um, I got my 40 down. I was getting looked at by a couple colleges, and I mean, I was doing well until I wasn't. I I had just finished winning preseason MVP for the Class 6A, so that's the biggest class here in Texas.
Mhm.
And my our first scrimmage game, I blew my ACL.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that was leading into my senior year. So my senior year really dictated what I was gonna do. If I had a great senior year, I was probably gonna go play ball somewhere, but I didn't get to play a lot. I still came back and I played the last couple playoff games, and then that was it. So I tried to pursue it and walk on, but it was just too much to just to get a chance to play. Like they were almost making it harder for me to play,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I just started. I was like, you know what? Why am I not fighting? I've always fought. I'm good at this. Let's just get back into it and do what I do. So that was that.
Mhm. Well, it makes me wonder because I've heard athletes talk about this. They say that, being a multi sport athlete, a lot of the best athletes do things like that. Do you think for you, at least for your journey, that playing football was valuable even for what it contributed to the success you're having now?
Um, I feel like I'm good at sports because I'm good at fighting,
Hmm.
not the
Okay.
other way around.
Yeah.
Just because of point fighting. So the style of karate that I do is in and out. You're cutting, you're stopping, you're going, you're being explosive. You're the whole point behind point fighting is who hits first. So um, that's that's what contributed to football, to track, to um, what else did I do? I played a little bit of baseball, but I sucked at baseball. And
Me too.
I was only good at hitting the ball. I couldn't catch to save my life.
That's more than
Uh,
I was good at.
yeah, so um, yeah, but anything I pick up, I really contribute that to karate. Even like now, I've gotten into shooting and that's I feel like my accuracy, my ability to stay calm helps me out in that too. So, and then I feel like that's gonna help me out in as being a dad, right? Like being able
Yeah.
to be calm under pressure, being able to perform when the lights are on and it's time. So, uh, martial arts has helped me in every facet of life.
Hmm. Now, as far as your future in martial arts goes, obviously, I know you got the call from the Ultimate Fighter, didn't work out. You've been back active now, though, and I know you spoken once in an interview about another Fury FC prospect who did his whole amateur and professional career through Fury, Joshua Van, now
Yeah.
UFC champion. Uh, if UFC isn't next, is continuing to just stack wins with Fury kind of what's on your goals?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all God's timing. It's not mine. Um, so whenever that call happens, I'll be ready.
Mhm.
But until then, we'll just keep our head down and keep on grinding. Uh, I'm really in no rush because when it's my time, it's my time, and there's no denying that. So yeah, we're just waiting. We're just waiting. Um, After this last fight, I broke my hand,
Yeah.
so that's healing up, and I should be ready to go around March. So we'll see, we'll see what happens. But yeah, if a short notice call happens, I'll be ready to go. My manager's been on it, and we're just waiting. We're just waiting.
Now, I will say because I know you also mentioned you know you were willing to do the Sam Kilmer rematch. Is that after recent events? Is that kind of still in the picture or not really?
Nah,
Okay.
that yeah, that was only if he had the belt.
Yeah.
If he had the belt, but Munch just did what I was gonna do too. Like this guy has a mental block, so we beat him already, and he's not gonna beat us again. Like he's not gonna beat us. I mean, we're gonna win again. And Munch is my boy, so
Hmm.
we've trained together. We got the same coaches, and yeah, he's one of my best training partners, man. So uh, he went out there and destroyed Sam. He broke Sam, and Sam just gave up. So yeah, there's really no point in me fighting him again. Uh,
Okay. Now, I know you've got quite a few like talented training partners. One of them, Victor Martinez. I know you
yeah.
mentioned he's your main training partner. How do you guys come about meeting and becoming partners?
Well, the valley is super small, so the people that are successful in MMA are few, and we just rallied together. So Diego Fajeda, he had his gym out here in Edinburgh, no, in McAllen, and I would cross train there just because these guys were the only ones that were really doing MMA. And Victor has always been a helping hand. He's always been a cool dude, man. Just a cool, good man. So whenever I'd call, hey, you want to get some training in? He's like, let's do it. So yeah, I mean Victor, I think he's waiting on the call too right now. Just waiting
Yeah.
on when's his next call, and we're actually setting up some training during the holidays. So it's cool, man. The valley's small and everyone's close knit, and the guys that are pretty good down here, we all stick together and try to help each other out.
Yeah, I know. And it sounds like it's a scene that's been growing, kind of concurrent to how your career's been growing. I
Yeah.
wanted to know, like, of the people you grew up doing karate with, are you the first to kind of take this path of, looking to be an MMA superstar?
I mean, we got Raymond Daniels. Raymond Daniels came from the same style.
Hmm.
We got uh, Ross Levine. He was a kickboxing champ, and then he went to karate combat champ. Uh, Michael Venom Page, um, Wonder Boy. So I'm not the first, but I definitely have some legends in front of me. So,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, down here and in my excuse me in my group of fighters I came up competing with, yeah, I'm definitely one of the first. Zach Borrego too. Zach Borrego, um, he's been at it too, and we came up fighting each other and
Okay.
competing against each other, and now we're training partners. He just had a boxing fight and he just won, so uh, that's pretty cool. It's always dope to see my friends win, man. And but yeah, I'm definitely not the first
Hmm.
to do this, but I definitely want to be one of the greatest to do it. So
Yeah. The reason I asked because I wanted to know kind of what was the reaction between your colleagues and your family as well. But from the way you talk, it sounds like this was it's not like this was a surprise for you all that you chose this path, especially with the
yeah,
way that your father raised you up.
yeah, no, it definitely wasn't a surprise. This is what my dad wanted from the start, and now I'm doing it right. And we've worked um, so much to get here, and we've had so much help. Uh, yeah, it's this is expected. This path was expected. The results are expected, and everything else is gonna be expected, man.
All right. Well, I won't take up too much of your time. I mean, from watching the way you spoke, I know I watched your interesting prospects video, the MMA Island one. your YouTube series. You know, you speak stuff into existence, and the way you speak, we watch it happen. So it's been super interesting to just watch that continue to happen. I just got one more fun question before we go. What is your dream fight location?
My dream fight location.
Yes.
Man, that's good. I think my dream fight location would be here in the Valley, uh, McAllen, Texas, Los Fresnos, Texas, the island. We got great venues. We got great people down here. We got great food. So I mean, if a show were to ever come back down here, I think the last UFC show was Daniel Poirier versus Menace, uh, Michael Johnson. That was the last show that was down here. Um, but yeah, if I could bring a show down here, that would be sick. All my people could come, and I can rep hard for the Valley.
All right. Well, I know you talk about wanting to be the first fighter to be a fighter with the world championship and have your students with world
Yeah,
championships as well. So I know, obviously, if that comes to fruition, I am almost certainly sure that they will bring a show down there for y'all.
for sure.
Isaac, thank you so much for joining me. Anything else you want to leave us with?
Nah, just God bless you guys. Thank you for giving me your time, and I appreciate y'all following the journey.